Hi, and welcome to Living Waters. My name is David DeHaas, and for the next several minutes, I'm going to be your host and tour guide. And we're going to be talking about some of the ways to use detoxification as your method to begin healing. So let's get started. Title: this is Deep Tissue Cleansing and Detoxification, the natural way to eliminate inflammation. First of all, you need to understand there's a very basic law that Dr. Herring discovered years ago. The body heals from the inside out, from the bottom up. So we got to start with the bowels first. Who am I? Well, I should have died by now, as I published a story last year in a book with that same title. I've cheated death from healing from numerous illnesses and diseases, including cancer, without chemo, radiation, and doctors. This is just a short list of some of the things I've had, from allergies to cancer, adrenal fatigue, and numerous other issues as well. But this is what you need to understand, and this is absolutely fascinating. Your gut has a mind of its own. It's called the second brain. Look at this. Here's your real brain. Here's your second brain. Similar, huh? You have 36 feet of intestinal tract, and we don't think about how important it is to take care of that area. In fact, we take better care of our cars than we do the 36 feet of pipe. You need to understand that this 36 feet of intestinal tract, including the large intestine and small intestine, has nerve endings that go from those organs and parts in your body, like the heart, liver, spleen, hands, breasts, legs, feet, etc., to here. There's a connection for everything. Here's a closer up look. On the right side of the screen, you'll see all of the list of the different connections. So here at the top, going down, we have the left ear, left neck, left shoulder, left upper lung, heart, solar plexus, left flora, breast, ribs, left arm. So if you've got an issue in those areas, you've probably got an issue in your colon someplace along those areas. This is the mental area. This is the transverse colon. 97% of your serotonin for mood gets made here in your gut. So if you've got any experience of headaches, brain fog, people with bipolar, depression, anxiety, has everything to do with your transverse colon. Heal the transverse colon, heal the rest of it. Left side, right side of your body, we've got the right ear, right neck, right shoulder, right upper lung, right middle lung, on down right breast, liver, gallbladder. There's a connection for everything. On into your small intestine, where it affects the lower back, the upper back, the eyes and ears, connection for everything. In this intestinal tract, you've got a carpet, as I call it. It's called the mucosal lining. And on the mucosal lining is the tiny villi. Villi are what absorb vitamins and minerals into your body. And so if you want to get the vitamins and minerals absorbed in your body, you've got to make sure you have a clean intestinal tract. So I like to think of this area as a very important connection between getting those vitamins and minerals into your body. Let's just say if you've ever seen a lasagna pan after you've cooked lasagna in it, you see how things stick to it. Well, that's basically what happens in our gut. We eat these breads and pasteurized milks and sugars and so forth, and it gets stuck to the sidewalls, and so those tiny villi can't absorb the nutrition into our system. You have the surface area in that intestinal tract the size of a basketball court. Think of it like shag carpet, okay? That tiny shag carpet, if you walk across it long enough with a little bit of dirt, maybe some oil, those kinds of things get matted down like a tile floor. And how much do we absorb through a tile floor? Nothing. That's why we put tile floors in bathrooms and kitchens. So there is no absorption into the subbase. Well, in our gut, we want to have absorption. So we have to steam clean the gut. And that's where colon hydrotherapy comes in. The other thing in your gut you need to know is you have more neurons in the gut than your entire spinal column. Think of these neurons as cell phones. These are the communication force in your body. So if you've ever experienced a dropped cell phone call, you'll know what happens. There's no communication going on. So how do we heal that? Well, we got to get the gut in good shape. This is your textbook colon, but this is not your average colon. If you're not having daily bowel movements, you may have a colon that's got some of these symptoms here. Twisted and distorted. These muscle here in your colon is not doing what they call a peristalsis movement. That's how you have a bowel movement, when that muscle squeezes down. The colon is normally about 4 inches in size, can expand to 16 inches. So sometimes people say, I've got a beer belly. No, what you've got is probably an overstuffed colon. So we got to get this muscle back in shape. How do we do that? Well, we have to go to the gym, if you will. We call it the Colon Hydrotherapy gym. And water infused into the colon is going to get this shape back to where it needs to be. Here's some x-rays of some more distorted colons. If you're experiencing gassiness, bloatiness, brain fog, this is clearly symptomatic of what your colons are going to look like. We've got to get this back in shape. Here's a bloated colon, enlarged. You may be having regular bowel movements, maybe one a day, but what's happening is that colon's very sluggish, and it's literally kind of got to back up and then push through till you have a bowel movement, and it's not really squeezing down and moving the fecal matter out of your colon like it needs to be. Not in this particular picture. Here's what they call a spastic colon. Here you may have a blockage. Your poop may come out simply as very thin, maybe hard, little pebbles, maybe diarrhea-like, a lot of backed up stuff probably in this colon here. So the only way you get that out is to hydrate it. When you're doing colon hydrotherapy, you're getting lots of water during the session. That's going to hydrate and also cause that muscle to want to push back and start strengthening. Here's a transverse colon that's prolapsed with diverticuli. Diverticuli is pushed out pockets of poop that are hardened in there, and the only way you're going to dissolve that is with lots of water. Colon hydrotherapy solves that. Here's another example of how you've got small and large pockets that can form in the intestinal walls that catch and hold waste material. Over time, this will putrefy and can cause infections that you may not know that you actually have. The liver is amazing. The liver can become toxic as well if the bowel is toxic. The liver has 50,000 bile ducts, and it was what cleans up the blood. And it'll take and wrap bile around the chemicals and the pesticides and the toxicity that you absorb. And so it can become cirrhotic, like what you see here in the upper picture. To clean that out, we've got to first clean the bowels in order to do a proper liver cleanse. If your bowels are toxic, good chance your kidneys are also probably toxic as well. So if you've ever had some kidney stones, those can be very, very painful. Well, what caused that was all the toxicity that's in your body. The lymphatic system, amazing, amazing, amazing system. 45 pints of lymph fluid in your lymphatic area compared to 12 pints of blood. So we got to clean that out. We can't really clean it out well until we clean the bowels. But once we do that, then the lymphatic system can clean up, and now it can do its job and get into the deep tissues of your body and really clean out all the garbage. A healthy colon should look like this. If you're not having 2 to 3 bowel movements a day, you're probably not having regular bowel movements, then you've got a toxic system. When the bowel is clean, the blood that flows in and out to the organs, tissues, and cells will be clean. When the bowel is dirty and toxic, the blood will transport toxins from it to all parts of the body. Brain health begins in the gut, and you've got these microbes in your gut, and when they get out of balance, if you've ever had any kind of antibiotics, you've taken a bunch of chemical foods, probably they've killed off the ratio of good bugs to bad bugs, which help digest the food into easy to use products in your body. So we've got to get that microbes back into balance. So an imbalanced microbiome system equals a disrupted gastrointestinal system equals incorrect levels of neurotransmitters. Think of those as brain messengers, which gives you symptoms of poor thinking and altered mood. A balanced microbe, on the other hand, gives you a healthy gastrointestinal system, correcting the levels of neurotransmitters, and clear thinking and calm and confident, energetic mood. Of course, we got parasites in our body, and you get these parasites from just simply living. There's a parasite in the viewing tube of a colon hydrotherapy bed. It came out of a client. So these typically start out really tiny, these parasites, and they grow to become quite large. Here's someone who's got a full nest that came out without any fecal matter around it in the colon hydrotherapy tube. You can see here that has been in her system for a long, long time, and she was experiencing a lot of inflammation, a lot of pain, a lot of disorientation and headaches and vertigo. So got to get those out of the system in order to get clean. Here's another person who spent literally about $70,000 over a period of 4 years taking numerous supplements to help kill parasites. And what she came to learn is that if you don't put colon hydrotherapy with those supplements, you're not going to get those parasites out. The parasites don't want to come out. You've been feeding them. They love the environment. So we've got to do colon hydrotherapy to get them out. But the cool thing is your body will rebuild itself in a year. Your DNA renews every 2 months. Your stomach lining rebuilds itself in 5 days, your skin in a year, your blood rebuilds in 4 months, your liver rebuilds itself in 6 weeks, and your bone has a whole new skeleton in 3 months. But in order for that to happen correctly and to get it done well, you've got to have a clean bowel. Dr. Bernard Jensen was a pioneer in the field of natural health care, and of all the therapies he used, it was colon cleansing that he thought brought the greatest success. In the 50 years I spent helping people to overcome illness, disability, and disease, it became crystal clear that bowel management lay at the root of most people's health problems. In treating over 300,000 patients, it is the bowel that invariably has to be cared for first before any effective healing can take place. Knowing the ways of keeping the bowel healthy and in good shape is the best way I know to keep away the grip of disease and sickness. And then, of course, there was Dr. Harvey Kellogg. And Dr. Harvey Kellogg was a gastroenterologist, and he had done over 22,000 operations. And then he says, you know what? I'm going to do something different. I'm going to do a clinic much like we have at Living Waters. And in that process, he treated over 40,000 patients using cleansing and teaching them how to eat right. And after those 40,000 people went through it, all but a handful avoided surgery, according to his accounts. Is it recommended? Of course it is. Dr. Colon Hydrotherapy was a part of my studies in college, according to Jeanette Beatty, a naturopathic doctor. Now, I don't own the physical facilities for doing it in my office, but I regularly refer patients to a competent nearby colon hydrotherapist. My experience with the treatment is totally positive. I do recommend that most of my patients take colon hydrotherapy or colonic irrigations because they often improve by having such treatment. Liver cancer in particular shows benefit from colon hydrotherapy, but any internal tumors show effectual change too, according to Dr. Brody. Colon hydrotherapy is the best cleansing and detoxifier for gastrointestinal tract that anybody would want. I do promote its use. Without any reservation, I declare that my wish is to see it become an established procedure for many kinds of gastrointestinal problems. If medical centers, hospitals, and clinics installed colon hydrotherapy departments, they would find such departments just as effective for patients as their present treatment areas, which are devoted to physiotherapy. Such is my true belief, I do endorse this therapeutic program. One of the things we do teach you during the cleanse, not only helping with the physical, but we also give you some simple tools to remove negative emotions, reduce food cravings, and reduce or eliminate pain and implement positive goals. Here are just some of the success stories. I just took excerpts out of some of the hundreds of videos I have filmed of people who have talked about their miracles. I'm just going to read some of these to you. I feel better physically and spiritually. I not only feel better physically, but I was surprised and grateful for the emotional and spiritual cleanse. My joints don't ache. My brain fog is gone. Another, I lost 13 pounds. I see better. I have clarity of thought. Living Waters feels like coming home. I love this place. It feels so good just to be here. I had no idea this would help me clear some of the old emotional blocks, but also for the first time at 63, I feel a connection to God. This was amazing. Living Waters, the happiest place on earth. Wish I would have done this years ago. Wow, amazing. My liver was at 40% function prior to the cleanse. 2 weeks later, my count is down 117 points. My doctor was shocked. I'm off all pain medication. I couldn't lift my left arm before the cleanse. Within 5 days, I had full range of motion. I spent $200 to $400 a week for 4 years taking supplements to get rid of parasites. While here, I had cleared out buckets of parasites, if only I had known. I had a migraine headache 24 hours a day for a month. Doctors wanted to put a shunt in my brain. I decided to see if cleansing would help instead. I haven't had a migraine in 3 years. When I completed the 10-day cleanse, my eyes were brighter, I had a healthier glow, and a new bounce in my step. I'm excited to implement all the things I've learned into my new life. Thank you. What you have given to me is invaluable, as I feel a 10-day cleanse saved my life. I will continue with liver cleansing and allow myself to change. Thank you. I came to Living Waters to do one colonic. After one colonic, I decided to do the 10-day cleanse. Wow, I'm glad I did. Before the cleanse, I'd suffered from headaches, IBS, and weight gain. I couldn't believe all the stuff that was pouring out of my body. After I saw all the parasites and yeast come out of me, since the cleanse, I've lost 13 pounds. My eyesight has improved. My vibration and attitude has changed. I just feel great. I'm grateful for the tools that I learned to help me cope with the emotional triggers that cause me to stray and put foods that do not serve me well. Before the cleanse, I was experiencing constipation, senior moments, muscle aches and pains, a negative outlook on life, and tiredness. After the cleanse, there was a complete 100% turnaround of the above. I hereby recommend Living Waters for the clearing of them. But it's actually called Whole Body Vibration by T-Zone. This originally was developed as a way to build muscle and bone quickly for the space program. But of course, exercise enthusiasts, chiropractors got a hold of it because it helps restore motion. We got a hold of it because we realized what a great way to help detoxify that 45 pints of lymph fluid you have in your body. Did you know you have about 10 to 12 pints of blood? Compared to 45 pints of lymph fluid, the lymph system has no pump. The pump is you walking, jumping up and down. This mimics walking, of course, and we want to get that lymph fluid flowing as we detoxify the rest of the body by doing colon hydrotherapy. The lymph system has an amazing task to clean up, does this dirty job of cleaning up all the crevices in your body, if you will, all those deep tissue areas. So we want to make sure we get it cleaned out thoroughly. Whole body vibration does an excellent job of doing that. You'll be on this machine for about 10 minutes. While you're on it, during our 10-day process, you're usually watching some kind of educational video, because we're always educating you here during the cleanse, so we don't want to waste any time. So you'll learn how to use this machine, of course. Lots of ways to use it to build muscle. This is also really great for people with balance issues, varicose veins, neuropathy. We see great results with people with neuropathy because what's it doing? It's moving the toxicity out of the lymph system. It's moving that inflammation out of the body quickly and easily. You're going to love this machine. Hi, and welcome to the Biomat Room. This is the far infrared Biomat, and probably, besides the colonics, this is probably the next favorite item that people love to get extra time on. I'm going to show you why. As you can see down there, this is an amethyst stone mat. You can actually see the stones are in the mat here, so I'm showing you here. Amethyst stone has its own healing properties. We couple that with far infrared light waves. It's going to improve circulation in the body. Most people, I'm filming this in October of the year, and usually this time of year it starts getting a little cooler where we live, and people start getting sick. And they think they're getting sick because the kids brought home something from school, or they picked up something at work. That is not what happened. What happened was their circulation system is not at its optimum level. You can see here on the slides that when your blood is quite turbid when you're cold. But when you get your body heated up, now it starts moving, carrying more oxygen. It also helps with the cardiovascular as well. As you can see in this slide right here, in 30 minutes, there's quite a change cardiovascularly as well. But here's the facts about being cold. A 1 degree drop in your body temperature shuts off 3,000 essential enzymes. Think of it like this. Go home at night and imagine at your house the lights don't come on. Well, your body is not protected when your enzymes are basically shut off. But a 1 degree rise in your body temperature activates those same enzymes, and they're 40% more active, and they're all working for you. So now the bugs lose. There's bugs all year round. Summertime, wintertime, spring, and fall, but it's about your immune system. So one of the things you got to do is get your temperature up. The Biomat helps to maintain your body temperature on its own. The other great thing that was discovered at Harvard University is that 42 degrees Celsius or 140 degrees Fahrenheit, cancer cells cannot live. In Japan, they picked up on this, and they literally sandwich you between two biomats as part of their protocol for the treatment of cancer. We should take probably a lesson from that, shouldn't we? As you can see here in the chart, that this lady here had a significant reduction in her cancer cells by using the Biomat for 3 months. Why is that happening? Because your body has this general called heat shock proteins. And the heat shock proteins literally say, let's go guys, we're going to get the whole army together, the NK cells, the T cells, the lymphocytes, and the endorphins, gets them all pumped up and ready to go, and they go to battle and they knock out the bad guys. The last thing it does is it's producing negative ions. Negative ions are what you feel when it rains, or if you've been in a lush rainforest. It's cleaning up the air. In your body, your cells have basically this glass door. The glass door's got to open and for the toxin to get out and the nutrition to get in. The Biomat does that as well. This device is wonderful for people with inflammation, people with pain. When I referee a lot, what I like about this was I come home, I get on this for a little while, and it's like a reset. The other thing I use it for here at the office is I sneak over here in the afternoon when I've got a little brain fog going on, I've been really working hard, and I just want to reboot and be as fresh as I was in the morning. I get in the Biomat for 15 to 30 minutes, and it's like a brand new, fresh start. You're going to love the Biomat. Hi, this is another great tool. These are the crystal harmonic singing bowls. I call them the healing bowls because that is literally what they help you do, because it's using binaural beats of tone. Dr. Mitchell Gaynor recommends to his oncology patients, his cancer patients, they use bowls to help in meditation and healing because it helps changes the frequency in your body, in your cells. I want to give you just a quick sample of what it sounds like, because these are beautiful. While I'm doing this, I can literally feel the vibration of the moles, those of us in the room. So in your body, chemically, you're having a significant change in the vibration. How you might relate to this, if you've ever been to a great concert where the music was just wonderful and beautiful and everyone just was feeling great, versus if maybe you heard someone put their fingernails across a chalkboard, for those of us who are old enough, or you've listened to heavy metal and it just didn't resonate with your body. It's changed the chemistry of your body, and that's what the bowls do. And what we noticed of those using these bowls during the cleansing process, as we're cleansing out and use this in conjunction with the rest of the process, is the vibratory tone of these bowls change on a day-to-day basis, because you're changing on a day-to-day basis. And that is one of the great miracles. All right, now we have the far infrared sauna. The far infrared sauna, as you now know, the far infrared light waves kill cancer cells, because cancer cells can't live at 104 degrees, as proven by the Harvard study. But we're using this most importantly to help get the toxins out of your skin. You'll be in this about 30 minutes. The temperature is about 120 to 140 degrees. Far lower temperature than a steam or hot sauna, which you may be familiar with. Temperature in those can be anywhere from 150 to 200 degrees. Hard to breathe in those. Easy to breathe in here. Quite relaxing. You're going to have 20% of the sweat that comes off your body will be toxic matter. In a steam or hot sauna, they only get about 2% toxins out of the skin. So much more effective for your use of time being in a far infrared sauna. It burns about 350 calories in a half hour. Helps with the skin tone as well. You're going to love it. What you'll do is you'll come in here, maybe listen to a little music, read a book, sit back, and relax, and enjoy your detoxification process. Hi, and now I'm in the ONDAMED room. The ONDAMED is a pulse frequency machine developed in Germany. This machine is using energy to help realign the electrical currents in your body. Your mind has a powerful way of healing, but it's, as like a computer, it sometimes gets in this, it can only do so much. So what happens is all these programs are running and it can't go down and clear out some of the fragments, if you will, blockages in your cells. So what this machine, think of it like this, you got a blockage in your cells so the current's not running through, it has to be removed. The ONDAMED using frequency does that. We use it a lot for killing the parasites, killing the yeast, helping heal tissue, bone, of course, gut issues, hundreds and hundreds of programs. You won't feel anything this, but this room is very significant, and those clients that have used this in conjunction with the cleansing have really noticed a pronounced effect in speeding up the healing process. So that's why we put this as part of the package to help you heal quickly and easily. This is the Colon Hydrotherapy room. This is the centerpiece or the hub of the deep tissue detoxification process. We have chosen to use the Libby we've chosen to use the open colonic bed system made by Libby. The reason why we chose this is because it's very, very, very comfortable and it's really, really easy to use. I've used every system out there on the market and these are very nice. First of all, the way the system works is you've got basically a very fancy, expensive toilet here. You have control of the controls at your disposal. There's a colon hydrotherapist who will come and help you and assist you. We have a whole video training tape on the first day you come in, so don't worry about all this. I just want to give you an overview of how this works. Basically, you'll get undressed from the waist down. I like to keep my socks on because sometimes your feet can get cold as you're going through the detoxification process. There's a very tiny rectal tube that you'll insert. If you need help with this, you can ask the colon hydrotherapist to help you with this. But this will basically sits right here, and basically it's like you'll be able to go to the bathroom on this the whole time. So you'll have 6 to 20 bowel movements in a session. So all you do is, as I said, get undressed from the waist down, sit on the bed, lift your feet over, you'll pull the blanket over you like this, you're all covered up. Again, this is a very private process. You don't have to worry about being exposed, you will not be, and now you'll insert the rectal tube. Then you'll call the colon hydrotherapist using this phone system, and she will come in and start the water for you the first day. After that, you'll probably start it yourself because you'll know how to do it. But again, all the controls are right here. You'll get to see what comes out of you. There's a viewing tube here to the side of the bed that allows you to see what comes out of you. Very relaxing process. You may feel some short-term nausea, just like you would when you go to have a bowel movement on a toilet, for example, but very easy to use. When you get done, you will simply get up, throw the blanket in the corner, and you'll stand up. And you'll have done your first colonic session. And like I say, you feel like you've had a shower on the inside, much like when you've been out in the yard or garden and working up a sweat or exercising, and you go and have a shower and how you feel great. That's how you feel on the inside. The more you get out of this gunk out of the trunk, the better you feel. People ask about, well, do I have to fast? No, you'll be eating soft food diet, very easy to adhere to. Soft food just basically means nothing with nuts and seeds and no peelings. We will make you holistic, fantastic tasting soups. There'll be organic juices as well to help stimulate the detoxification and healing process. We want to give your digestive system a break, so you will go off of meat during the cleanse if you are a meat eater. For those of you with old blood that are really concerned about protein, no, don't worry. There's supplements to help boost your protein intake as well, so you don't feel like you're crashing. So you're going to love the food. People get concerned about the food, but they walk away going like, that was fantastic. They go home, they start teaching their kids how to make it, their family. The soups are actually really scrumptious. So don't worry about the food. You're going to love it. Don't worry about what to do next. After you have filled out the application and we have approved you for the cleanse and you put down your money, you will get this bag of products and the Cleanse Bible, as well as you'll get to view an 1.5-hour DVD detailing what you'll be doing every day. In this book, you will have everything you need to do, how to juice, how to make soups. People keep this binder, they don't ever let go of it. So there's all the details that you need to have a successful cleanse. It's really easy to follow. It's an ABC. And again, you get to see a live video. If you've never juiced, don't worry about it. We have juices that you can purchase from us. You don't have to, but if you want to, you can. And we teach you how to do it. We teach you how to do everything. We give you a lot of educational information during this process. All you got to do is put your foot forward and say yes to yourself, yes to health.